You'll enjoy this because this is going to be our flagship asshole of the week.
Bum, bum, bum.
But this dates all the way back to May 1st when the
Wow.
Tigers,
Okay.
amongst half of the major
Oh,
leagues,
yeah.
were
Yes, yes.
ripped off of television on every
God.
Comcast subscriber's television.
Yes.
13.6 million subscribers across the country are unable to watch their hometown baseball team without making other complicated arrangements, as Comcast could not come to an agreement with Bally Sports Group, or I'm sorry, the parent company Diamond Sports Group. Basically, what Comcast is trying to do is move all the regional sports networks to a premier tier. They're going to move it up from basic cable. People are going to have to pay extra to get their local regional sports networks, which is it is a business maneuver. It is leveraging Diamond Sports Group's bankruptcy proceedings that look like they are not going so well. Basically, the whole regional sports network model is collapsing, and
Yeah.
Comcast is taking advantage of that. The other entity that is trying to take advantage of that is Major League Baseball, who on May 1st, as this snuck up on everybody, essentially half the major league teams lost their viewership on Comcast at the same time. There was no comment from Major League Baseball on that day or subsequent. There's been comments since, but I wrote down on May 1st as this blindsided the entire industry. Christ, you and I talk about regional sports networks more than most. We know TV deals. I had no idea this was happening. Detroit Sports Talk Radio was not talking about it. It was the morning of that we found out at noon that day, Bally Sports was going away, and we're going to have to scramble to figure out how to actually watch Tigers games. That also affects National Hockey League teams and NBA teams across the country. And this is not just isolated Detroit or wherever, but those leagues aren't in season. So they're affected in a very different way, where this happened right in the middle of the major league season. And Rob Manfred had no comment. No, could have said something like, "This is unfortunate. We feel for our fans. This is not the outcome we want." He said nothing. And this is leading my argument that there's not one, not two, but three assholes of the week, or assholes of the first 2/3 of the season.
Yeah.
Letting this happen. Diamond Sports Group invested in a bad business and a dying business before they realized it was dying. Regional sports networks are going away. Comcast are assholes for leveraging that and taking it away without telling anyone this is happening. Major League Baseball and Rob Manfred are probably the worst in this, because this is their livelihood. I mean, they can't even speak to their own fans to know that they are, to at least empathize in the most nominal ways. Just issue a fucking statement saying, "We feel for you. We did not want this outcome." The issue is Rob Manfred and baseball cannot say anything about it, or they couldn't say it at the time, because they want this to happen. They want the regional sports model to collapse. They want this all to go away so they can just buy back all the rights. We talked about this a little bit last year when this actually happened for both Arizona and San Diego. Their local deals fell apart, and Major League Baseball stepped in, hired the whole staffs. And now those games are broadcast locally by Major League Baseball and are available in the At-Bat app. Since they own it, they don't have to black it out. And this is the whole plan. Baseball wants this to collapse so they can buy back every team's rights and then sell you every team without blackouts, including your hometown team. Which on the surface sounds like something you and I have been railing for, and fans across the country have been asking for all along. Let us have a streaming product where we can see every single fucking game. Stop the blackouts. Let me see my hometown team and everything else, which that is coming. That is everyone's goal. And this is part of the process, but the way it's happened is disgusting. The way it's happened in the middle of the season and just put fans, trying to figure out how the fuck we're going to watch our favorite teams every day. It just makes it's just such an ugly look. They're, of course, MLB at bat is $150 this year. I think that's what it was.
That's what I think. It's usually been between like 129 and 149 is usually is.
Well, I can guarantee once they offer you your hometown team and every single game not being blacked out, that's going to double. If it's not going to be just straight up to 200, it's going to be $250 or $300 because they can. And there's no other way to watch the Tigers, essentially.
Yeah, they're going to go the route of the NFL ticket.
Yeah. It's a little different because there's so many strong national. But yeah, in NFL ticket just got sued for like how many billions of dollars. They just lost a lawsuit for that. So that's a really interesting strategy right there that Major League Baseball is trying to go down, a path they're trying to go down. But so it's just horribly frustrating. There are workarounds. Maybe you remember I called you up asking what you knew about VPNs a couple months ago.
VPNs
I was going to try
Reddit.
I was going to try and circumvent the system by getting a VPN so that Major League Baseball would not know where I was coming from, so they couldn't black me out. That didn't work. Somehow, if you have a VPN, it just wouldn't let you log into the at-bat app at all. They've wizened to that somehow, which seems illegal because you should be able to have a VPN to do whatever.
Right.
I don't know. It didn't work. The next thing I tried was Bally's does have an app of their own, a streaming app. It is mediocre at best, I would say. Fortunately, they offered a 7-day free trial. So I signed up for that, was able to watch the Tigers for those 7 days. Fubo is the other streaming service provider that also carries Bally Sports, so you can get games on that. And they have a 7-day free trial. So that lasted me about 2 weeks. Then I had to finally cave and buy the fucking Bally Sports app, and $20 a month. So I'm already spending 150, I think, 120 something for the at-bat app to see everything else. Now I'm spending $20 on top of my cable bill to watch Tigers games. And really, basically, I called Comcast, actually. They offered like an $8 discount since we're losing Bally's. Then they didn't even apply it to the first bill. So I called them up again, like, where the fuck is my discount? And then I actually stayed on the phone long enough where they cut my ridiculous $300 cable bill in half. So, so that's one way to fight it, I guess. They also offered a free subscription for 3 months to Fubo, which I have not redeemed yet. So I might be checking that out soon. So Comcast is trying to help out, I guess, but the way it was handled was horrific in the first couple of weeks. So yeah, Comcast, Rob Manfred, and Bally's can all suck my dick. You are fucking assholes.
Wordhole Media.